Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, you may see me double fisting a little bit on the show. We just got our PGA Championship pick in. It is it's Rebel Cast Strength, 120 proof, 5 years. Rock Elite, knocking it out of the park again. This is my first. Well, it's not my first try. Damn, that's good. That's good. Dan, pack a bag and meet me at the airport. Have I got something in store for you? Lawsuits are heating up, I hear. That's all I know. We'll get into that in just a minute. Before we do, we're going to talk about the AT&T Byron Nelson. We're going to talk about the Bunny Ranch, Craig Ranch. We're going to talk about, right now, I want to talk about Wells Fargo. You sent me the championship. You sent all these videos and these photos. It looked like you may have had a buddy there at the course sending you something that you were sending me, or did the bot actually get out of the cage and went to an event?
Oh yeah, I was there all right. I got there Thursday morning bright and early. Got to follow Roars around for quite a bit, which is great because the crowds weren't that big that morning. He teed off at like 7:30, I think. We got there about 9, I think, maybe 8:45 on the course.
Great day, huh?
Perfect day, 72, sunny, perfect. Yeah, we got to see him and a bunch of great guys. And then I hung out on the 17th hole green there for a while, doing bets on who's going to hit it in the water or hit the green, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, so you were gambling.
Oh yeah.
Gambler. So you had some hospitality there, did you?
Oh yeah.
What when that expense report comes through, I'm going to have to really scrutinize that thing. I hope I don't know. I hope you submitted that for approval because I'm thinking I didn't see anything come across the desk here. I need to get with F&A and see what limits you asked for during this event. So
it couldn't have been a more better day. Open bar and it's just amazing.
Open bar. That must have been expensive.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how we roll here.
Hey, bring your own car to the airport. Do not get an Uber. Bring your own car. Just saying. Don't get a driver this time.
Exactly.
It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. I've got a parking spot for you. It's gonna be fine. Hey, what about Dubs, man? Wyndham Clark gets it done. First win on the PGA Tour. They lots of talk about his mom and kind of where he was and what she thought Wyndham was going to be one day, and pulls it off. Finishes at 19 under, 4 ahead of. Can we call him? What should we call him? Like Mr. Number 2, the number 2 man.
Number 2 man.
The number 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
X-Man, it's like, nah, I don't want to win this thing. I feel more comfortable in second place. I mean, I think he did win him, $1.5 million or something. By the way, Wyndham, he cashed in. No, Wyndham was like 3.5 million or something.
3.6, right? Yeah, 3.6.
More than he's won in his entire career.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah,
huge. He gets not only did he win $3.6 million, he got himself a trip to the Masters next year.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's and I don't know if Wyndham was qualified for the PGA and the Open and the US Open. He is now. So that's a meal ticket right there, man. Elevated event. Showing off.
Yep.
We did not. DraftKings did. I did hit a couple. I didn't. What did I hit on bets? I got a couple top 5s and a top 20. Outrights didn't. Not so much. Fitzy let me down on my one and done.
The one we did on the show one.
What is it?
The one we did on the show one in DraftKings.
Yeah, it did for sure. Yeah, it cashed. Yeah, it was fine. I didn't have enough Wyndham Clark in my lineups though. I did give a light dusting of Dub in my lineups. I wasn't heavy enough. I was too bullish on the Texas kid, and not bullish enough on WDC. But yeah, good for Wyndham, man. Been working hard. He's got to, I feel like Wyndham and I are kind of connected. I mean, he's been working hard. He's been working on his mental focus.
Yep.
I feel like we're kind of in the same zone, not golf wise, just spiritually. I think we're somewhere. What else? Who else? Who'd you follow? Let's talk about who you got to see. So you said you followed Roars around. Not a great showing from Roars. Roars just coming back and making mention of he took some time off because he needed a little break. What is that? A dip cup?
Dip cup.
Dip cup.
Yeah.
What are you sipping on over there?
Oh, I got me a little bourbon, of course. Which one was it? The one we did last week? Filmland Spirits.
A little Filmland. Nice.
I'm on the road, so it's in a Hilton cup.
Look at you, fancy. Yeah. I got to get you one of these shot glasses. Speaking of, I got to get you one of these.
Oh yeah, those are nice. Yeah, that's nice. Fancy.
Yeah, throw it in your bag. You can throw it in your thing. You can throw it wherever. You can throw it.
It won't break.
No.
Oh, okay.
You throw it in your golf bag. You can throw it at somebody. I mean, it could be like a personal defense weapon if you need to be, and it can also be a drinking vessel. And hey, by the way, if you're looking for anything like that, be sure to check us out at Birdies_Bourbon on all of our social pages. You can also find us at birdiesbourbon.com, and you can find some of those interesting items as well. Thanks for everybody's patience. Had a little trouble with the drop shipper, but I think we got all that ironed out. And if you received another extra small, consider it a donation. Hand it out to somebody that needs it, that's extra small. Maybe you could send it back to me and I'll wear it. Yeah, who knows? So who'd you follow, and what you find interesting at the Wells Fargo Championship?
We followed Roars around that morning, which was great. Who was he playing with? I got it here.
He played with Tom Kim. No, it wasn't Tom Kim.
He was on the T7:30. Let's see who he with.
What is that weird thing Sahith Theegala does when he gets he does that?
He was with Fitzpatrick and Jason Day. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We saw them. Max Homa. We saw Homa, Cantlay, and Sahith Theegala. I'll tell you, Theegala freaking. I mean, we saw him up close, and that guy just crushes the ball, man. I could not believe how far he hit the ball. It was him.
He's not a player. He just crushes a lot, eh?
He just crushes a lot, yeah. And then in the afternoon, they had a bunch of good groups. We saw JT and Spieth and all those guys, Hovland and Morikawa. And the other guy that Cam Young was my pick for the week, Cam Young, and another guy, Deeks.
Bit disappointing. Bit disappointing. So let me ask this. So there's a few guys I want to talk about. And before we get into the Byron Nelson, Max Homa loses the golf tournament by 10 strokes, finishes at 9 under, and he's still T8. How's that possible? How's it possible?
I don't know.
How's it possible?
He got lapped.
Wow. To coin an old NASCAR phrase, he got lapped. I guess a race car phase. We'll talk about F1 in a minute, but
over the line. You better mark that shit an 8.
You mark it a 0. Mark
it an 8.
Yeah. I don't. Let's see. Harris English finishes T3.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of came from nowhere. I don't know that I don't think we talked about Harris English last week at all. Tyrrell Hatton. A lot of folks found that with Tyrrell Hatton and Jordan Spieth, you know what they have in common? They love to take a dip in the creek on the 18th hole at Quail Hollow. Jordan sometimes twice.
Yeah.
Man, that was boy, I tell you that the course probably feels a lot lighter. Well, and I guess heavier. I don't know. I mean, Tyrrell Hatton beat the shit out of everything with his golf club, except for the golf ball, all week at Quail Hollow. I mean, did you see him in the sand, like beating it around and banging it around? Yeah. And I don't know how many balls. I'm surprised that he had enough balls. I wonder if his caddy, when he's getting ready for the tournament, and his caddy's like, okay, I'm loading it up. And it's like, all right, I got a sleeve of balls. It's like, yeah, better take an extra sleeve. Yeah, better take an extra sleeve. Yeah, let me go ahead and put one more in there just in case. I don't know how many balls he chunked in the water, but it was a hell of a lot. Let's just say the water level has risen at Quail Hollow, and I don't think it rained there.
True.
So,
So we were camped out on the 17th hole, right? And when we go, you and I do this. When we go to the golf event, we're there all day. We arrived at the course at like 8:45. We followed roars around 8:30, 8:45. We followed roars around. We didn't leave the course till 6:30. You know, I mean, like.
So basically, you did nothing except for lay around and get drunk all day.
Yeah. No. I was working.
Oh, you were working. I see. When you put it like that, I understand.
Yeah. But the reason I tell you this is like you and I have also been out at Quells Hollow and back there, right, away from the club.
Yeah.
We've had some certain interactions with certain people back there during practice rounds, especially where somebody got really close to their idol, before.
Maybe
I got close to your idol again this time too.
Did you get a little hand action?
Got a little high five from your buddy Adam Scott back there. He was feeling it.
Got a little handsy, did you?
Was he T5 this week?
He was T5 this week, finishing at 11 under. And I mean, I'm impressed. I'm so impressed that I think we got to give him some attention heading to the ranch this week in McKinney, Texas. I think Scott's got a little something going there.
Yep. Let's just say, like, I saw him on 17 on Thursday. The tee shot was perfect, and then the putt was a big lean to the right with not made for me on that hole.
Was there an Australian accent that
there might have been an Australian accent, but he did not like that one there. But I sent you a lot of tee shots, a lot of people teeing off or whatnot. And as we were walking out of the course, we were going out the neighborhood to the kind of like the backside of the clubhouse. We're kind of near 17. Have you
got new friends, by the way? I don't get invited to fancy events like this.
Ton of new friends. Yeah. I'm on 4 new shows this week. But anyway, I'm walking back towards there, and Oshke's teeing off, and I'm like, okay, watch Oshke. And there's like nobody there. He just what T3 last week, and
yeah.
So he's teeing off. So we watched him tee off. He's got 2 other guys with him, and I could look it up, but I forgot who it was, and I didn't know who they were. And there's like one 12-year-old watching them tee off, and there's nobody there, right? And so I'm not filming it, but because we're on the way out of the course, and so Oshke tees off first, and the next guy tees off, and then the next guy tees off. And we're standing right next to all these officials and whatnot, and he tees off, and he comes walking forward. He goes, "I'm not fucking laying up." I was like, damn it, why did I record that?
I mean, this is, I mean, it's like if you were going to record anything, that's probably the one thing that you should have captured.
I know, I wanted to. I was like, damn, I looked at the guy and said, did he just say what we thought he said? I think he did.
Definitely, I'm definitely declining your expense report when it comes to, you said you were working, I say hogwash. Hogwash. You weren't working. Let's see who else showed up there, especially it's going to be playing this. Ricky Fowler, congratulations, Bucky. Yeah. Is there any chance that we're having this conversation if live golf doesn't exist? I don't. Well, we'll get there. Top 50. He hasn't seen this in 2, maybe 3 years. He hasn't been in the top 50. I think Bucky's back. Regardless of, and we've said this, and even so, I mean, we've kind of said, hey, he's coming. He's got a victory in his near future. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say it's going to be. He's not playing this week in Texas, and I'm not going to be leaning on Bucky at the PGA Championship. But I do think we've got. I think we got something coming. Rocket got the Rocket Mortgage. I think that's probably, I don't know. We'll talk about it when we get there, but Jimmy Walker continues to play well. I don't think oddly enough, I don't think he's in the field this week.
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay. All right. Well, I may have missed him, but
he was.
Never mind. He is. Yeah, he's there. He's there. Yeah. Well, you know why he didn't pull up and why he wasn't on the radar? Because he's played like shit for the past 4 or 5 years. And I mean, Quail Hollow is his kind of place, right? Isn't that where is that who we saw with getting his picture with the PGA?
We talked about last show. Yeah. So he won in like 2016, 2017 or something.
Yeah. Who else?
He won the PGA, and it was the year after, and he was getting his photos taken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. JT finishes T14. Oh, here we go. You want to talk about lawsuits? Lawsuits are heating up, baby. Heating up down in South Florida. The attorneys the attorneys, they are salivate sharks in the water, Dan.
Sharks in the water.
Yeah, so I guess the Tiger Woods lawsuit is it's nearly reached a boiling point to the degree that his caddy says, you know what, boss, I'll take you up on that leave of absence. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm fine. I got a new bag. I'm going to be the bag man for a new organization. So yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting in the timing and then the release of said news of Joe LaCava moving off of Tiger's bag and onto Patrick Cantlay's bag.
You bring up a couple good points. So I did send you a video of Cantlay teeing off this week. And if you tell me that I'm not risky on this show, my phone could have either died or run out of data by the time that thing was done.
Risk adverse, you are not, Dan. You are not really. You take chances. You're a risk taker. Risk taker. So I don't know. I mean, if you were going to go find somebody's bag, I don't think we talked about this last week. I think we talked about it, but it was later on in the week. It's when you were allegedly working at this golf tournament thing. Yeah. If you're going to get on somebody, if you're a professional caddy, and we don't even have to say Tiger. Let's say top 5 golfer in the world, and I don't think Cantlay's in top 5, is he? Nevertheless, I don't think so. We'll look and see. But yeah, do you think it's harder to work for Cantlay or harder to work for Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods.
I would think so too, right? I mean, I think Tiger's probably a lot more fun. He's 4th?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a top 5. All right. I don't know. There's some history there with those guys, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Didn't ask Tiger for permission. Just ganked the. Yeah. No,
he gave him permission. He gave him permission a while back. Tiger did. Tiger gave him, hey man, if you want to go find another bag and you want to work, go ahead. Okay. And he said, no, I'm going to stick it out with you. And I think that, writing's on the wall. I mean, I don't know how many golf tournaments Tiger's going to play ever going forward professionally. Yeah. I don't know if Tiger knows if he's ever going to play professionally again, right? I mean, it's probably up in the air. I mean, they just had some surgery and there's some challenges going on. So, I mean, I think that this is kind of a telltale sign to me, and that we may never see, or if we do, extremely live. We won't see him this year. When do we see him next year? I don't know. That walk at Augusta ain't getting any easier. He ain't getting any younger. I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So.
Yeah.
Tony Finau showed up, Tom Kim, who maybe leaning a little Tom Kim this week. Could be a thing. Matt Kuchar finishes well. T23. So is there anybody that missed the cut last week that scares you?
I don't think so. Let's take a look.
Well, we got Spieth. He missed the cut. Davis Riley missed the cut. I don't know. Tyler Duncan. Taylor Montgomery. Kurt Kitayama. I don't think Eric Cole was here. Can't. Stallings, by the way. He took last week off because he's heading to Texas this week. So
Morikawa. 73.
That's Morikawa for sure. Yeah, Ben Griffin. I think I was at least high on Ben Griffin. Cam Champ kind of showed up and was showing off in Mexico, and he shoots
Lowry,
a 75.
Well, Lowry's a lot smaller in person than it looks on TV. Victor Hovland's a lot older than he looks on TV.
I don't know if there's anybody else. Sam Burns, pair of 77s, not to make it. Jason Day.
So I was with some friends, one of which I'll give a shout out to. If you were on 10 when Rory Sabatini teed off, and you heard somebody when he teed off say, "Get right," that was the guy.
Oh, okay. So he's
definitely not a Sabatini fan. Not a Sabatini fan.
He's a ball instructor. Hey. What 17? Did he have the hat on? What was he? Sporting? Oh, he did. He had the big lid.
Oh yeah, big old flag on the bag. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it was Kentucky Derby week, so I mean that's fitting, right? He's kind of showing off and playing up to the other sports that are going on around the league,
well, around the world. The worst part about the day, and just a warning to anybody wanting to go to the Wells Fargo next year. Just pay attention to the dates because it was Little Kamish's birthday.
Yes.
Lots of happy birthday songs going on the Roston course.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like people were singing. People singing happy birthday
on 10. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And
at what point did
he did a little wave and acknowledged the fans and everything. Yeah.
So I mean, would you say does happy birthday, does the song, is there, so you're a music man, you'll know. You're like an Elton John song. You're a music man.
Yeah.
Does Happy Birthday, the song, does it have a chorus?
I think it is. I think it's just a chorus.
So it is a chorus in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's, I was trying to, and I don't, what do you call the other lines or
verses? Yeah.
Yeah. So So it's either one big verse or it's all the chorus. Yeah. I think there's no, there's no differentiation between. Okay. All right. I'm just for clarity in case, in case I make it there next year on Roar's birthday.
Oh yeah.
I hear he challenges himself to miss as many elevated events as possible. Where did guy Akshay wind up? We'll talk about that when we get over because I think he's playing this week in Texas. Who else? The Koepkas. They shotgun wedding. Maybe I don't know. I mean, he's married within the last 9 months, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. Okay. So shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
I'll say Sims 1, Koepka 0. He should have. Now, I don't know if he and Tiger are friends, but maybe should have consulted with Tiger.
Apparently, she slid into more than just his DMs.
Hey now. It could be a thing. Yeah. All right. What else we got, man? We got to talk about the Byron Nelson.
The F1 race. Down to Miami this week. I mean, a star-studded event. You had two of the world's top 5 richest men there, Bezos and Elon Musk. It's the party of parties, right, on the planet. It's the biggest party on the planet whenever they do those things. Is that Live Golf's future?
Is F1 Live Golf's future? I think that's the blueprint that they're following. I think that so to your point, right? 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I guess Chase Koepka makes a birdie or makes a hole in one, and in Australia, I believe, and the machine's there. Got his shirt off, whipping it around like a helicopter. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the model. That now, are they executing it? I don't. I mean, hold on. Do you miss anybody? I mean, are you so? Max Homa loses by doesn't win. Shouldn't say. I mean, I don't know if he didn't win. So he lost the tournament by 10 strokes. Finishes T8. Bucky Fowler, not much bet. I mean, had a great tournament, but I'm just saying, you get a T14 propels you into the top 50. I mean, Brendan Todd, who else is here? KH Lee, by the way, is he on a three-peat? We'll talk about him in a bit. Denny McCarthy, Michael Kim. So, I mean, some of the Harris English at T3, I mean, some of these names, I'm kind of, does it start to become suspect? And where I was heading with this before I got started drinking and got derailed. Do you miss anybody from the PGA Tour? Any golfers? Like, Pat Perez, do you miss him? I don't miss him.
I miss Brooks and Bryson. I miss Bubba and Phil. I miss those guys on the tour. I think they were good.
What about Daniel Berger? Do you miss Daniel Berger? Is he on the Live Tour? I haven't seen or heard anything from him.
He might as well be getting paid over there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's my point. Is like, I don't really know that I don't know that I'm missing it. I mean, I'm missing some of the drama, right? I mean, because now we're getting into and respectfully, right? I get it, man. Mental health is a big deal, but you've got, McIlroy. I mean, is he really taking time off for mental health? I mean, I'm not questioning it. Or is I think maybe this is Mental Health Awareness Month. So maybe it's not. There is one. So whenever it comes along, but it's like, is this staged? Is this canned? And we're doing it for those reasons. Aaron Wise just took some time off. I mean, he'll be coming back this week for a little tune-up at the Byron Nelson before the PGA Championship. So that's where I'm like, I don't know that I think that I don't miss individuals necessarily. I miss the banter that the individuals collectively bring to the tour and the event.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I think I missed they took a lot of personalities, man. I missed Bubba out there, and I missed the Brooks Bryson thing. That was fun. I mean, at least they tried to bring a little something to the game. And I think right now the PGA Tour is kind of flat, right? They got
how long is it going to take for? So Rory's over it, right? I mean, I don't. I mean, when I say over it, I mean he clearly needs a little break. He took a break, right? He needed a break. Spieth misses the cut. So he got a break. He'll be showing up at Texas this week in a non-elevated event. I mean, he's a Texas guy. He's an AT&T guy. So there's really not. I don't know that it's it's like a non-starter that you're gonna miss the tournament. Like, you're showing up. So is this a situation where we get these golfers that they want to play, but they're just carrying so much of a load that they can't play?
Yeah, I mean, we saw that with Rory, right? I think Rory, a little diminished, is tired and he's burned out. He went out there and he did an awesome job last fall with protecting the tour, but that stuff gets old after a while. He's carrying 2 jobs now, right? I mean, think about this. I mean, Wyndham Clark wins by 5 strokes this week.
4, yeah.
4,
yeah.
over Schauffele.
Got yourself all choked up on that one, did you?
All choked up. And the only thing the PGA Tour is probably saying behind the scenes is, where the hell do we put those Wyndham Clark clips at? Where are they at? Where's the fishing trip? We got to put this stuff aside for a week.
Where's Daniel Berger? Oh, wait a minute. That's not Daniel Berger. Daniel Berger can't grow a beard. Hold on just a second. We're going to need new videos. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Here's what I think about this is I think some of these things that are happening to some of the stars and the stars that are currently on the PGA Tour or stayed or remained on the PGA Tour. I think they're getting a little bit Cameron Smith. And I think Cam Smith he's been partying. I mean, he's been playing and finishing okay. He hasn't been winning anything. And I think he admitted, I'm paraphrasing, but he kind of said, yeah, I haven't really been taking it that serious and going through my normal preparations, and I've been partying. So it'll be interesting to see. Not to say that people weren't partying in golf prior to. I mean, like, bust somebody a line out on the dashboard in the parking lot, and I mean, he'd be right up there in it. It's like, all we needed the hookers to go along with this thing. So. He may be doing it too. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think I miss. It's hard to recreate a villain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I mean, because they have to do it on their own, right? I mean, they just gotta be that person and have that personality. I mean, they're contrarian to anything that's positive and good about what you want it to be. So.
Yep, 10%. 100%. It's rough. It's rough times out there. But hey, major season is here. Let's go.
Major season is here. We are 1 week away from the PGA Championship in Rochester, New York. By the way, Rock Elite. Maybe we ought to get on and chat about something. But before we do, we are heading to McKinney, Texas, just outside of Dallas, to the Craig Ranch, also known as what you probably watched on Skinamax at some point in time, the Bunny Ranch. Par 71, 7,400 yards. It's a Tom Weiskopf course. One thing I will say is when you're looking at the history for the Byron Nelson, they're at the AT&T Byron Nelson, excuse me. All the wins and victories you're going to see aren't from Craig Ranch. So just, with a grain of salt. But I would say there's probably a Texas connection there that you can kind of make do with. So we're on bent grass greens, longer course, and I don't know. What are you thinking, Dan? I mean, it's going to lead to, this is going to be an approach kind of golf course. You've got KH Lee, back-to-back winner. Is he going to three-peat? I don't know if he's going to three-peat. I think the last person to do that was Steve Stricker many years ago. But KH Lee seems to get it done. I mean, 2022, he shot 26 under, 2021, he shot 25 under. I think it's going to be an interesting week. I'm wondering how many people want to show up for a little tune-up, and they're not necessarily committed to playing on the weekend. I know we don't like to talk about that and say people aren't playing to win, but I think it absolutely could be a thing. I don't know that Jordan Spieth is pissed off that he hit his balls in the water, dunked his balls in the water as many times as he did in Charlotte, North Carolina. Michael is definitely not disappointed. So I don't know. If you want to know about the course, go look at it. Somebody else will tell you about that. I don't need to say anymore. Dan, let's head over to fantasynational.com. Let's look at the last 24 rounds, and let's get into what our plays going to be this week.
All right. Sounds good. It's going to be a fun one. It's a fun one. It's always a fun one.
It is a fun one. So at what point do we lose like the Craig Ranch? At what point is Craig Ranch it's okay. So Scottie Scheffler took off. He missed last week, an elevated event in Charlotte. So he could, Texas homer it up and in his home state. Understandably so. Spieth already said he was tired. And I think Spieth said he was tired at RBC, didn't he? And hit Hilton Head?
Yeah.
That when yeah. So, it's kind of it's not a head scratcher, but it's a little bit of I don't know how this is going to work out. So the three guys at $10,000 and better. Scottie Scheffler, let's go ahead and chalk him up as a winner. Best player in the tournament by far. Jordan Spieth, he ranks out model number 3 in our model. And Tyrrell Hatton, that's the $10,000 and better group, and that is number 1, 3, and 2 in that specific order. Anybody you're leading with, I think there's probably some bets up there maybe, but I don't know if those are going to be DraftKings plays for me.
I think Hatton could be dangerous here. Definitely got a great approach game. He's 4th actually on approach last 24 rounds within this field, model rank 2. So he could be definitely dangerous. 18% ownership's really high, but not as high as Spieth or Scheffler. Scheffler's rested going into the major. Texas guy. I mean, that guy can also be dangerous. The one I'd shy away from here would be Spieth because he's a little bit tired. Missed the cut last week, but it is the AT&T. A lot of pressure.
Well, think about all the off the golf course events that Spieth's probably having to cover, right? And I mean that's the part. At 21% for Scottie, 23% for Spieth, and 18% for Hatton. Yeah, I'm with you. If I'm dipping into the and I don't think there's as much water here around the Bunny Ranch as I heard bunnies don't gravitate towards water, by the way. But if I'm going somewhere, I'm probably going with the lowest ownership up there, and I'm going to save a few thousand or $100, and I think Hatton's probably the play. All right, $9,000 and better. By the way, I think if you wanted to start with any of these guys, I'm with you. I think Spieth's probably my fade, but I think that there's nowhere. I mean, yeah, that fade is a loose term in that scenario.
Yeah, he can easily win this thing, right? But if I'm from a preference perspective, just from the he's tired and everything else, he's the one I would choose last in that. But I mean, he could definitely win. Obviously,
he did finish second here last year behind KH Lee and T9 in 21. So just for what it's worth, which may be nothing, but for what it's worth. Okay, so here, and this was a big consideration of mine wanted done, but in the $9,000 range, I think there's a lot of interesting players here. I think there are some players that are getting a little bit of a bump because of their course history. I think there are players in just because of the field. I think that they're placed where they are. So Hideki allegedly was in Japan or has been in Japan, and he's been getting treatment on the neck or whatever's going on. He's been getting treatment. What are we doing with Decky here? 16% ownership. I think that he's probably, I would say, top 3 golfers in the field this week. Sure. at 100%.
At 100%. But is he 100%?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. That's what I wanted. I mean, he's been getting treatment. We haven't seen him since Augusta. He finished what's he, T16 at Augusta? Hold on a sec. That's another good one I need to bring up. So Hideki, what the hold on. Hold the thought. Okay, T16 at Augusta. T15 at Valero. I mean, he likes Texas. And Decky's track record at T3 last year, T39, T23, and T16. I think 16 may have been a couple of those were different courses, I think. And don't hold me to that. T3 that was last year was definitely here. And I mean, I'm not afraid of a 16% owned Hideki. I mean, if it's a 20+% owned Hideki, I'm probably not going to go there. But at a 16, I think there's something to be said there. Who else in the $9,000 range are you leaning towards?
Everyone.
Do you mean everyone other than, or you're just saying you'll take $9,000? I
mean, Hideki, is he healthy? Is he not? I mean, T16 at the Masters, T15 at Vallejo those are great finishes. So I mean, I'm not going to discount him. That I don't know if he's healthy or not going into this thing, right? But Tom Kim, how can you steer away from Tom Kim? I think he might be my one and done this week. On approach, he's 25th on approach. And then you got KH Lee. He's won this thing twice in a row. But then Wells, I mean, he only had T8 at Wells last week, and he's on a roll as well. I mean, there's so many places. Adam Scott, not exactly known for the approach shot, right? I mean, he's not bad, but 97th on approach. But T5 last week, he's on fire. So Jason Day missed the cut last week. I was watching him. He just didn't get off to a good start, right? I personally think I'm leaning towards Tom Kim and KH Lee in this category.
I'm making notes here. I'm going to remind you of the shit you're talking about when we start our lineup, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
So Tom Kim.
I'm going to grade your stuff later.
Tom Kim.
A lot of red.
Tom Kim. I say yes. KH Lee. I don't know, man. I mean, he played well last week.
We know he loves this course, but put up
he's won 2 years in a row. I mean, doesn't this go to say that he ain't gonna fucking win this year? Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like the rarity of that happening. I mean, so let me ask you this. I give you 10-1. Yeah. 10-1. I'll give you 11-1. I'll go ahead and go take the over. 11-1, KH Lee versus the field. Who you taking?
I'll take the field, but T8 last week at Wells Fargo.
I know. I'm not saying that.
It's not like he's playing bad. He likes this course. It's TPC Tom here. Come on, TPC KH Lee.
I got you. I'm with. I don't know. Maybe we do. What's his ownership going to be?
17. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of people are in your camp and they're saying, "Oh, he can't do it again."
Yeah, Adam Scott
in DraftKings. I'm like, I don't need him to do it again. I just need him to be top 10.
Oh, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'm on your side. I think Adam Scott too. Yeah, I mean that's probably a lean for me. I kind of like where that's going. I mean, he's sexy. You got to touch him last week.
I gave him good luck.
I know you rubbed a little something off on him. I like where this is going. I think this is the thing. Who else in the so let me round it out with. I think Matt Kuchar is a play here, man. I don't know when Matt Kuchar has missed a cut last. I'm not going to go back and look at that. But what I will tell you is Kuchar, T12, T17, and he's got a T9. That's a different golf course, I do believe. But, I mean, Kuch plays fine here. Kuch played well last week. And, of course, I don't know that I would necessarily – we weren't talking about Kuch last week, and I didn't have him in many lineups if I had him in any. But I think Kuch is probably somewhere that I'm leaning towards and not away from. I mean, T23, T19 RBC Heritage. I think we kind of got a similar setup. Last time he played in Texas, finished T3. So I think Kuch is probably a pretty good. I think he's a good lean. Yeah. All right, $8,000. Where are you hitting? Are you? By the way, are you steering clear of anybody in the $9,000 range that you haven't already told me about? I'm not. Even Siwoo, right? If the ownership's fine, I mean Siwoo, this should set up great for him.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. I don't see any red flags up there. No.
Yeah, nor do I. $8,000 because we're gonna have to get into this one.
This is tougher. A lot tougher. Ben on. Probably where I'm going to start. It's so $8,600, 8.5% projected ownership, which is high for this range, with the exception of Hoagie. On approach, 34th, last 24 rounds, model ranked 13th, missed the cut last week, T33 at Mexico, T6 at Valero, T45 at Valspar, T35 at Players. He's been playing great, putting 58th. That's probably where I'm going to start. What about you?
So I'm not afraid of Benny on. Or Benihana. I'm totally good with that. That's
mean rights volcano.
That's why, and if you play your cards right, he'll flip a shrimp at you instead of a golf ball. It's easier to catch in your teeth. That's what I'm saying. Here's so Hoagie. I think you got to. I know the ownership is a little high in the range. But I think this, I mean, from an approach standpoint, I mean, this is like a Hoagie field day, man. What's Hoagie done here? Give me the Hoag. Where are you, Hoag?
I'll give you the last 5. Cut, T3 Players, cut, Genesis, T14. So it's been a little tough.
I'm going to anchor on T17 last year. And I think T17 Hoagie in 2022 is far inferior to Hoagie 2023.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. All right. So Minwoo Lee.
Yep.
Hardly any, what is he? He's very single. He'll be single digit all the way around. I mean, we got 3 out of his last 5 are missed cuts. We got a T6 at the Players and T26 at the Honda. I think this is definitely not the Players field. I think the course maybe, I mean, it's not that long, but I mean, I could probably get there. Honda, similar-ish kind of field setup. I think I could go. I mean, I think I'm going to stay on Minwoo Lee, and I think it's somewhere to go.
I think Minwoo Lee is definitely a sleeper here for sure. Yep.
Who we got? We got Aaron Wise, won in 2018. I don't believe it was at the Rub and Tug. So I don't know anybody else in the 8,000. But so Christian Bezadenhout,
so
T12 last year. I mean that could be a little bit of a. I mean, we've got some good finishes coming into this thing. I mean, the approach game looks really good. I mean, I think that's where you got to be. I mean, maybe that's a direction.
I think so. You know, T19 at Heritage, T28 at Valero, T13 Players, T42 Honda. approached 27th last 24 rounds in this field. Yeah, I think it definitely Zayden Hoot is play. Yep.
Scott Stallings. Let's go to $7,000. I want to talk about Stallings for a minute. So before
let me ask you real quick. So what did he, was that his missed elevated event last week?
I'm assuming yes.
Okay. No big stories about it, but he just wasn't there. So
they were doing something at the what's the name of the restaurant in Green? He was doing some Tennessee Golf Foundation stuff at the it's like the Hickory Galley Kitchen or the Oak Gallery Kitchen in Knoxville, which I don't think I've ever been to, by the way. I gotta find hold on, let me filibuster and talk about somebody, and I'll find out.
$7,000 range starts with Davis Riley. We got some notables in here: Will Gordon, Brandon Woostad, Scott Stallings is where Cal is going next. Justin Suh has been playing pretty good recently, so we're gonna get to some of these guys here. Michael Kim, all right, 8th. We'll talk about him here in a minute. Mackenzie Hughes, Eric Cole, one of our buddies, Dylan Wu. Some decent values down here that we got to talk about. Can Cam Champ get it done? We'll see. As Cal is checking out Knoxville restaurants.
The Walnut Kitchen.
The
Walnut Kitchen in Knoxville, in K-Town, Knoxville, Tennessee. So I guess he's an investor in that in some form or fashion. So so as you were burning through those folks, I mean there's $7,000 ranges. I mean it's hot, baby. It's so hot.
So hot.
I mean give me some Brandon Wu, give me some. Now I will say Stallings hasn't necessarily been off to a burner of a year. I mean last time we saw him out, T50. Well, we did see him at a last time we saw him out was at Heritage T56. That's coming off of a T26 at Augusta. So I don't know. I mean, course history here looks I think it's fine. I can get T25, T3 in 2021, and I think that the field is probably going to be something that leans in his favor. So I can definitely get there. Who else did you talk about in the $7,000 range?
We were talking about Eric Cole.
Oh, I think he's just a permanent play for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's what we saw at Eric Cole is I think he's a go. I mean, T5 at Mexico Open, T39 at Valera. At $7,400, I probably need more than a little T39, but resort courses is what we got to think about with Eric Cole. But I mean, I can still probably get there. I think Dylan Wu is, I think he's a go for me.
So let me ask you this. We can pick many, but if you were going to pick one out of Michael Kim, Eric Cole, or Dylan Wu, which one would you pick?
Let's see. Well, I don't know why you would say it like that. I mean, that's
well,
so
Michael Kim is 14.8% ownership. Cole is 14.5 and Dylan Wu 17.2. They're all within $100.
I mean, I think that I'm going to continue to ride the Eric Cole train on these non-elevated events. And am I going to bet him to win? No, I'm not. Absolutely. No chance in hell.
I think I might go Michael Kim. I mean, 7th last week, T30 at Mexico, T46 Valero, T26 Putacana, T45 Valspar. Approach 18th last 24 rounds. Model rank 8th, 14.8% projected ownership, $7,500. 12th in putting. Well, Cole's 13th in putting and Dylan Wu's 9th in putting. They're all good putters, but yeah, I mean, this is a hot little pocket right here, like you said,
Yeah, I think it's great. I don't know. Who'd you say? Wu also? Did you mention Wu?
Yeah, Dylan Wu, Eric Cole, Michael Kim. All three of those guys are just good plays here. Yeah.
But I think that's a starting lineup is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in the $7,000 range, and that's a game changer. And then we feed push our way north. And I think that's something to be said there. Hold on, we got Wu, we got Kim. Ooh, we got a couple of Kims. I think you could go like totally Korean at this place and have a pretty good tournament. We don't need to do one of
those. You should do one of those.
Well, we could.
I'm not sure they're all Korean, but yeah,
I No, I think we could go like a totally Korean lineup here. Hold on. So we got Dylan.
Get that trunk and rack that shotgun.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to do business with those folks. You can't trust them. I live with one. Trust me. I know the telltale signs. Just hit me up. Who else would we? Who just? What about Jimmy Walker?
Play. Texas.
Jimmy Walker missed the cut at 20 and 21, missed the cut in 19, 18 T6. Oh, I keep saying this. I didn't look this up, but let's see. Byron Nelson. Let's see where the Byron Nelson was played. I mean, there's probably trivia. If you know where the Byron Nelson was played prior to the HBO special Ranch, drop in the comments. Maybe you'll get a bottle of our pick, even if you've already bought one. And if you have bought one, by the way, and you haven't square up so we can get those out to you. Much appreciated. Let's see, Byron Nelson. Oh, come on. What's going on here? I don't know where it was before. Where do you think it was?
I don't know.
TPC, another TPC. It's nah. I got a boatload of nothing. All right, moving on. Do we have to get in the $6,000 range? The logo looks like looks kind of like Bozo the Clown. It's got these 3 orange stripes on the 3 orange points on it, and the triangle thing. I mean, it's very weird. Let's see. When did he win? It was Cottonwood. That was a long time ago. Yeah. So it was at Trinity Forest in downtown Dallas in 2018. So, and then they moved due to COVID. They moved it to Craig Ranch.
Okay.
So the Bunny Ranch prevails. Show a little tail, and people will come to you. That's all I know. So we got Eric Cole, we got Woo. I think
I'm in on Jimmy Walker. I'm 100% in on Jimmy Walker.
All right, in on Jimmy Walker. What are we gonna do with Charlie Hoffman? No, Hoffman's a fade. Harris English is not here, correct?
I don't see him. No, he'd be up there in like the $8,000 range. Yeah, I don't see him.
All right. Let's go to $6,000 and then we'll figure some shit. There's a lot of people we haven't talked about, but just for sake of time.
Yep.
Not that I'm ever conscious or courteous of that, but somebody's got the cooties. Kramer Hickok, no thanks. We need a couple. Let's get a couple of I'll give a couple and you give a couple, and let's see where we wind up at. Bryce Garnett, T15 and T47 in his past 2 outings here. Your boy Doc Redman, he missed a cut, and I wouldn't say he's coming in on good form, but missed a cut last year. T9 and 21. That was after the COVID thing. So wasn't this the first where they showed up at the first event back? Maybe not.
It's close to it. It's close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could be misspeaking. Where's who's is it? Stevens? Who did we play last week that was that we really liked? No, it wasn't Sam Stevens. All right. Anybody stand out in the 6th? I mean, we got to have a couple.
Cameron Piercy, model rank 16, off the tee 10th, last 24 rounds, on approach 33rd, putting 36th, 1.9% projected ownership. He was T60 in Mexico, T68 at Punta Cana, T16 at Valspar, missed the cut at Puerto Rico, T12 at Honda. I mean, he's
maybe he finished T2 here in 2019.
Yeah. I think so.
What about Jimmy Hahn? T9 last year.
How much is he?
$6,900.
Oh. Expensive.
Well, I'm staying in the, if you're going to spend it,
Yeah, I mean, off the tee, 13th. The approach is a little rough. It's a 134. And the ownership's high at 3.
I don't know that we're going to have to get down here, by the way. But if somebody wants to play, if they want to dilly dally around up there in the $10,000 plus range, and I don't think I do. I don't think I'm going to need to.
Ryan Gerard as model rank 30, 4% protected ownership. That's high down here. He's $6,900 on approach, 10th last 24 rounds against this field. Missed the cut at Wells, T33 Mexico, T56 Bolero, missed the cut at Porticana, and T71 at Valspar. I mean, that's not bad, but I kind of like some other people down here.
What's Russell?
Like Stewart Sink with his wife caddying now. Did you see that?
No, I did. Yeah, the kid dumped him. Kid said, "I'm out of here." So he's stuck with the wife. Russell Knox. Russell Knox at $6,400. I'm not saying that it's a play. But let's see what did his stats say in the last 24 rounds, because didn't play here last year. T39 in 21, T43 in 2019, and when did I say they moved here in 18 or 19? I don't know. He was T16 in Texas, somewhere in 2018.
Yeah,
$6,400. So I mean, maybe. Who you got? Kevin Tway, probably not. Dylan Fratelli, no. Sean O'Hare. What's Sean O'Hare been up to?
Buck Club could be a play. Zach, he was T47 last week. He missed the cut at Bolero, T10 at Valspar, T49 Honda. I mean,
y'all know me, the TBC.
Yeah, that's not bad. I actually saw him play last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that he's played this course before, but yeah, okay, I could go there. All right, let's do a lineup. I mean, it's the friggin' Byron Nelson. We got the PGA Championships coming up next week. Don't they need
Zach Blair number 1?
Macklemore.
Zach Blair number
1. Let's see here. I don't think I've done any lineup. Usually I try to cheat a little and do a lineup or two. I haven't done any today. It's been busy.
Who are we going to start with? Cooch?
I've had a busy day of drinking. I haven't been able to start any line. I'm not against that.
Or Adam Scott.
Breaking news. You ready? You heard it here first. Probably not, but breaking news. Jordan Spieth is out of the Byron Nelson Classic.
Mm.
Let me make sure. Hold on. Hold on before
Lily will be disappointed.
Oh yeah. No, he's out. Jordan Spieth is withdrawn. That is scary coming into next week, man, because I mean, all Spieth has to do is win next week and he's completed the career Grand Slam. Ooh, hold on. Let me make a note of that. And we need to make sure we're going to be our buddies from Filmland is going to be on next week. We need to, and I know we talked a little bit about it, but we got to do that again. So, okay. Where'd you say you want to go? I think we go Scott and we go Cooch. I think those are, I'm totally there with you. That probably leaves us in the 7,000. Yeah, it does. All right. So now I think we can go straight to the $7,000 range. And you liked a lot of people down here.
I think we like Dylan Wu and Eric Cole and Michael Kim.
Wu.
Any of those you don't want?
Michael Kim, Eric Cole. Now we got $9,100. So here's where I think we got to be a little different.
No, we got more than that. I got $9,500.
Well, bullshit. I got Eric Cole, Kim, Kuchar, Scott, and Wu.
Dylan Wu. Yeah, I got $9,500 left.
I had Brandon Wu. Oh, hold on. Let me get my other Woo in here. Well, how would Ric Flair say it?
Woo!
Woo! Jet flying.
Are we going to take KH Lee?
What's his ownership?
17%. It's not that bad. I mean, Tom Kim's 18%.
Yeah. You want to?
Yeah, let's take KH Lee. All right, there you go. $200 left.
$200 left.
Market a winner. Oh, let's do our Korean lineup.
Oh, all right. All right.
So who are we going to start with? And
the Korean will be happy about this, by the way. So this one's going to be a little tricky. So we got to go Tom Kim first.
Okay.
Of which I think Tom Kim's a solid play. We got to go Siwoo.
Otherwise known as Dan's one and done.
Then we got to go Siwoo.
Siwoo. Okay.
Now you're testing my fetish here. So I think we got to do are we gonna go there?
You Asian, not Korean.
Yeah. Are we gonna go Sung Hyun Kim?
That's what I was saying. We go Asian, not necessarily Korean.
Well, we're down to $7,800, right? So here's the challenge. No, we can go. Are the Woos Korean?
I think they are.
And they're both that. So that'll balance us out there. Ooh, is Sanjay here? No, Kang is. All right, so we got to go Woos. We may be misspeaking. They're American. They've got the flag beside their name.
Who does?
The Woos. But I think we can go Woo Brothers.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Min Woo is definitely $7,600. I think we got to rock.
Yep. Kim. Yep.
Yeah.
We got anyone left? No.
Yeah, we do. Hold on. What? Isn't Michael Kim? Is Michael Kim? Is he Korean?
He's American.
Definitely going to get hate mail.
I don't know if he's his grandparents are from there, but he's American. So.
By the way, now, and this is coming from a Korean that I live with. She wanted me to make mention of this is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. And just so you know, if you want to comment, leave a comment on the Asian Bourbonist page, and she'll put you in your spot real fucking quick. But she did want me to make mention of that on the show because she's like, hey, this is something that should be exploited. Not exploited. It's something that should be talked about. I'm going to go, you like Kim anyway. So we'll go a little heavy on Kim. So I'm going Michael Kim.
Oh, Sung Kang is South Korea.
Yeah, you really want to go that direction? I mean, I'm not doing this for a charity, by the way. This is a for-profit show.
Who's our last one we're gonna go with?
So I got Tom Kim, I got Siwoo, I got all three Kim brothers. I got all four Kim brothers.
Yeah.
And I got the Woo brothers.
Okay. And
we got $1,000 left over.
Who's the last one you picked?
Brandon and Dylan Woo.
Yeah.
$7,600. That's shit. I just lost him. We could go Benny on. If you want to. No. Do it's Sang Hyun Kim.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
all right.
We'll see. I think all those guys could actually make the cut and get us to the weekend, and or another cocktail. That's what I'd say. What else we got? What's going on? One and done.
One and done for me, Tom Kim. I was thinking KH Lee. You can take him. Take him.
No, I'm not going to take him. I'll say I don't know what I'm saving him for, but I'll save him because there's. That's one way I could look at it. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to go for I'm going to throw the bones out. Throwing the bones, baby. Give me I'm going to go Hideki.
Oh wow, nice.
I think I have him left, and I think if 100% Hideki is best golf. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, he ain't better than Scottie Scheffler and all that shit. But give me 100% Hideki, and of who I have left to pick. So I was torn between Adam Scott and Decky.
Oh,
but I think I'm going to be able to use Adam Scott down the road. So
I think they're both great picks. Decky's a good pick. That's good. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. Hey, did you watch the video I sent you of Sahith teeing off?
Yeah, doing this little squat thing when he
was. Yeah,
like,
but did you watch the swing? He's got some Scottie Scheffler footwork going on.
I think that's why he's doing that.
That back foot is trailing.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of. I was like, wow, I didn't know he had that kind of Scheffler kind of thing going on. Yeah.
It's fancy footwork.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. And he crushes the ball. He really does crush the ball. Man.
He does crush the ball. That's right. Let's see. So, what else is happening? Let's current news, and then we'll talk some bullshit in a minute. Not current. I'm just saying current news between it. What's the next golf tournament you're going to be heading to?
That I'm going to what?
Be heading to.
Oh, you know what? Who won the Mitsubishi this week?
It's a good question. Why didn't send us a note? What did we do to piss those guys off?
Probably a lot. We talked up Wells too much.
Let's see. All right. Let's see who won. Miguel, he
had a hole in one, right?
The special Spaniard, he did. And who else had a hole in one? Steve Stricker, maybe,
yeah.
I did not. I had too much to do. I was buying. I know it's not. It's the show's called Birdies. Once I realized that I don't want to play golf anymore, I'm going to turn this into Birdies and Bourbon, but it's going to, and this is going to be even scarier. It's like, wielding a metal weapon and swinging it around is dangerous. But then when you include guns into the mix, I went and bought a new Dove gun this weekend. Yeah. So I got a 20, they say 28 gauges are making a comeback. I got a double barrel
rosé of shotguns.
Yeah. Shotgun. Yeah. It's so I got a 28 gauge side by side.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. And it's flat. I'm not gonna say the name of it because I don't want to give any free publicity out here. Okay. But and I haven't shot it yet, by the way. So it could be a piece of shit. It did not. It was more expensive than a piece of shit. I can guarantee you that. But it was interesting, and everybody was really challenging me. And there was two guns that I was trying to buy, and this was the only one in the building. And there were tens of thousands of guns in the building.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, I'll take that one. And the guy was like, well, why do you want that one? And then he started to challenge me on like, well, what nobody else wants that. Why are you buying it? I'm telling you, if you can get a hold of a good side by side, and especially if you can get into a 28 gauge or a 410 that accepts chokes, like that's going to be mint one day, man. It's going to be so.
I want a 28 gauge myself. I do. I've been looking at them.
This is my first side by side, by the way, so I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm still. You got me distracted now. Steve Ames.
My next golf event. I don't go to a lot of golf events in the South in the summer, so I think we maybe toward Tour Championship would be great to go see.
Who it would? I know a guy that's renting out rooms.
That's right. That's right.
If Stallings is listening, we could use a couple passes.
That's right. Did you say Steve Ames won?
Yeah, Stephen Ames. Yeah, he won, and Miguel Jimenez came in second. So that hole in one paid off. Of course, he was showboating out there, and Steve Stricker came in T5. So, and I think it was Stricker that they hit the other hole in one.
Co-captain. Is that what we said? Co-captain now.
Co-captain. Yeah. All right. So what shows what have you been watching? Have you been watching anything other than golf?
Well, we talk about Succession every week.
Succession, it's almost done, right? It's almost wrapped up.
You're like, God, how many more weeks of this fucking thing? I haven't watched last night's, but
hey, we have something in common. I haven't either. I've not watched it either. Hadn't seen a glimpse of it.
So, did we talk about Drops of God last week?
You may have mentioned it, but I think I'd been drinking and I didn't know what you were talking about.
So I've been watching Drops of God, which is on Apple, and it's a show about this girl that was not talking to her dad, and he was a wine savant and a big deal.
Oh, you did tell me about that.
And he passes away, and she has to kind of battle his protege that was his, that he was teaching wine about, to get the inheritance of his $150 million wine cellar kind of thing. And it's good. I like it. It's in you'll love it. It's in Japanese, French, and English. So
I don't know what you mean by that, but I'll see.
It's in all kinds of different cultures. It's really a lot of fun. Yeah,
it's cultural.
Oh yeah, it's set in Japan and France for the most part.
Yeah, well, my hillbilly roots. I love to get.
So that one's good. Other than that, I don't think there's that much. I mean, I've been watching Barry, which is good, and that's about it. Is anything new? No, nothing new. What about you?
I was trying to look and see what I've been watching. We were watching a couple of things, but nothing really kind of sticks. I tried to watch The Citadel, and it was like, I'm doing other stuff while I'm watching it. What else has been? It's been like hot that I can't. It's shitty entertainment, but I don't really have anything. Well, if you haven't watched Outer Banks, you should follow up on Outer Banks and get there. That last season was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
Oh, big news, right? So big news was I was reading the Wall Street Journal, and yeah, it's that kind of show. We read the Wall Street Journal, we drink bourbon at the same time, right? I mean, that's what we do. But big piece on your buddy this last week. Big piece, big piece on Taylor Sheridan last week.
Ooh, what did they say about him?
And it's basically like Paramount gives him anything he wants, he kind of gets. And like what is this $10,000 for? Well, we're using his horses. What is this for? Well, we're using his Wranglers and everything, anything he wants. He uses his own horses and his Wranglers, everything else in the show. And of course, the big news on I guess Friday last week was that this is the last season. So we're in the middle of the last season.
Costner has some issues. Like he's I think that this is my synopsis. I shouldn't even say that, because that means that this is my conspiracy theory. I think that Costner is, when he rolls in, it's like Dances with Wolves shit, right? It's like, we got fucking horses, we got mountains, we got Indians, we got wolves, we got buffaloes. Like I own this shit. Okay. I did a 4 fucking hour movie about some dude getting molested by Indians years ago. With the advancements that we've had today, I got this, Tyler. Just sit back. I got it. And I don't think Tyler took well to it.
There was definitely a clashing of who's running it, right? And you and I we've been big fans of Sheridan for a while with Sicario.
I've been big fans of Costner for a while.
Of course, but Sheridan with Sicario and what was some of the other ones?
Oh, hold on just a second. Okay.
Wind River.
No, stop. What
was the one with
I know. Hold on. I'm gonna throw out some Tyler Sheridan shows. You tell me. You rank them for me. You want to write them down, or what are you going to do?
I just named like 3. Hell or High Water. Sicario is my favorite by far.
Well, hold on just a second. I mean, you're way ahead of me here, and that's typically that's why you don't get a fucking bot on the show, because then you run into issues with the bot has already Googled everything, and they don't let you know what's happening. Okay. I don't know that I saw so 2011 looks like it was the first movie. Vile. No fucking idea. Have no idea. Sicario, he was the writer, not the director.
Right.
Hell or High Water, writer, not director. Wind River, he was the director and the writer.
You could tell.
Sicario Day of the Soldado. No, not director or writer. I don't know what Without Remorse is. Hadn't seen that. Not the director, but was the writer. So I may need to put that in the bucket. Maybe I do know. Who's that? Michael B. Jordan. Maybe I need to see what Without Remorse is.
I'm not saying. I do. That was an Amazon movie.
Okay, so Those Who Wish Me Dead.
It wasn't good.
Isn't Those Who Wish Me Dead? What's her name? Yeah, Angelina Jolie. Okay, he was a director.
Also, not a good movie.
Director, writer, and producer. And I'll stay there. So if you had to, what do we got? You've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you got 5 movies. Yep. So you got 2 Sicario movies. You got the first one and the next one. Hell or High Water, Wind River, and Those Who Wish Me Dead. You have watched those 5 movies.
Yep.
Okay, rank those for me.
They almost rank in order, which is kind of par for the course with Sheridan. I think, Sicario, absolutely number 1. Part 1, number 1. That's awesome. I mean, the one with the original one, with Goonies guy and Benicio and the Mexico border scene, awesome. Hell or High Water with Jeff Bridges and the guy from Star Trek or whatever it was. That's a good one too. The bank robber thing, awesome. Sicario 2, really, really good. And then you get into the No Remorse thing, was an Amazon movie with Michael B. Jordan. It's okay. And then actually, you know what? I'm gonna flip the last 2. I think that the Angelina Jolie one was better than the Michael B. Jordan one. The Angelina Jolie one was the one where she was like a firefighter and they're hunting her and she's up in the
I would say that too. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I think it's the 2 Sicario 1, Sicario 2. If it hadn't been Jeff Bridges, I might put Wind River ahead of Hell or High Water, but
I didn't even rank Wind River, did I?
Well, you should have.
No, there's 6 movies. There's 2 Sicarios, Hell or High Water, Wind River, and the other 2.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'd put Wind River probably like 3rd or 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. No, so okay, yeah, no, I'm bumping the what am I bumping? I'm bumping Without Remorse. Mm-hmm. I'm bumping Without Remorse and going Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Okay, rank his TV shows. You got
hold on, and I'll tell you.
Yellowstone.
Hold on. Yellowstone, Mayor of Kingstown, Tulsa King, 1923.
1923.
And then we've got Special Ops Lioness, and no fucking idea. Sorry, so we just got to rank the ones we know. And then I'll only know this.
1923 is like 19 other something else, right? Wasn't there season 1 of that?
Yeah, it was like 1864. But I don't think that was him.
Yeah, with the what's her name? With the
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that's him, isn't it? I think it's him.
I see it. 1883. 1880. Yeah. So we got Yellowstone, Mayor of Kingstown, 1883, Tulsa King, and 1923.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rank them.
Ooh, boy, it's a tough one. Mayor of Kingstown. That's just I grew up. I'm a hillbilly motherfucker, man. I grew up in East Tennessee. I don't need any more damn mountains and weird talking people stuff. Mayor of Kingstown, I loved it. Thought it was fantastic. I live in the hood now. I would say Yellowstone is next. It's I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's like Sopranos meets Tombstone. I don't know any other way to look at it. I know. I'll go Tulsa King next. It's a good use of Sylvester Stallone, and maybe I'm showing off my age, but I think it's a great use of Sly. I think it does exactly what it needs to do. I think that it puts everything together. And then I probably would go 1923 and then 18. Well, hold on, wait a minute. Which one was Tim McGraw in? Which one? Tim 18. Yeah. So Tim, that one's the last for me. I mean, he's a shit actor. He's an Indian outlaw. and he's out there killing Indians. I can't even get my hands around this.
And
I don't know how
he's singing "Don't Take the Girl."
I don't know how the Indian Outlaws out there killing all these Indians. And, Faith Hill, I mean, it's cute that they got them all positioned up together and, it's blah, blah, blah. But I think that 1923 for me, even though I don't know that I would consider Harrison Ford a good actor, I think 1923 is delivering more. And it's the sense that they've got is that one of Eastwood's kids that's playing the guy that's coming over from Africa that's been on that hunting safari?
I don't know. It might be. I don't know.
He looks like an Eastwood to me. He may not be, but let's see. Harrison Skleiner. No, it ain't. I don't know who the hell he is, but his name is Brandon Skleiner. I don't know who Spencer. Yeah, I don't know who Brandon Skleiner. He ain't one of Eastwood's kids. That's what I can tell you. I don't know. I mean, how would you rank them? You rank them differently?
No, I'm pretty much in line with you. I don't the two with the year on them, the Yellowstone spinoffs, not my favorite. They're okay. They're like you, like they're background television, right? And I would put Mayor of Kingstown. I'm Renner all day long, so I put that first, and then I put Yellowstone. Yeah, and then the Sly stuff is in the middle. Yeah, it wasn't great. The Sly stuff wasn't great, but it was entertaining, and it's a good use of Sly, like you said. So I'd probably go right with you on that. The sad part is that I don't know if Jeremy Renner is going to be able to do season 3.
He said he's better. Today's show said Renner is on the mend. It's good to go.
Yellowstone is ending, and we don't like the spinoff, so it's not a good showing for Taylor Sheridan right now. I'll tell you that.
No, it is not.
Yeah, I don't know. Good stuff. Yeah.
All right. Got some golf planned this week. Undisclosed location, by the way.
Oh, did you play the Bassmasters Open?
I did not. I did not get a chance to do that. I had a tournament on Thursday, so it interfered that I'd pre-committed to prior to, and I guess I should have known that it was. Well, I didn't know what date it was going to be, but I'd already committed to the tournament for a local charity football team kind of thing. I got to see a long drive guy. He flipped his club over.
Really?
Yeah, and he hit driver like upside down farther than I hit any drive all day.
Really?
And it was absolutely straight. Yeah, I'm like, shit, this is discouraging. I don't know why and he's one of, hey, we want $100 or $2. Kyle Blakely, I think was his name. But very nice guy, well spoken, and he was a long drive previous long drive competitor, I guess is what I should say. So,
does the Hollywood writer strike scare you at all?
Let's just say we usually sound a lot better than this because we have better material, but we had to come up with it on our own today. So yes, it does scare. It scares me. It scares me in the sense of, in the short term, our shit's probably going to suck, but in the long term, people are going to get used to stuff that's just not as good as it used to be.
That's true. It makes us look better.
That's right. What I'm saying. I think so. I'm for the strike. I say hammer down. Don't let up. Don't give in.
When you think about the Birdies Bourbon podcast, the writer's strike Hollywood's going on, so their writing's coming down, and all we do is use Chat GPT, and it is not on strike. It is not on strike at all.
There's no strike here. There's no strike. The bot has spoken. The bot has already let the cats out of the bag. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got a dove hunting field? That's what I want to know. I don't want to know anything about golf course access. I want to know, and I know it's not dove season. I know it's coming in the fall, but we got to prepare. I got a new shotgun. I'll get it out. We'll get some things tested. I need to be invited somewhere to go dove hunting.
I can't give you a dove hunting, but I mean, you're asking the audience, and hopefully somebody put it in the comments. But you can come up to the mountains, and we could do some clay pigeons in the meantime.
Ooh, we could, yeah. Or we could
go play. What's it called over there in the mountains over there?
The Highlands. Oh yeah,
Highlands, or what's the one next to the creek, the fly fishing and all that over there? And Blue Ridge?
Old Toco.
Old Toco,
yeah. Old Toco Farm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an option. Yeah, that's
a couple days.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I think we're set up, man. This is where we're going to wind up at for this week. And
PB Dye should be up there pretty soon too.
Oh, I'll message him as soon as we get done.
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
I'll message him as soon as it is actually that time of year. We need to get him back on, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's always good to visit with PB. So yeah, cool. All right, Dan, what else we got?
That's it for me, man.
Here's what I'll say. I haven't put the lid on this baby yet because there's no need to. If you have ordered a bottle and you haven't paid for the bottle, it's probably time.
Oh yeah.
It's our second release in the major series, and we'll have a couple more coming. So yeah. Till next time.